What is going on, nerds and nerdettes? It is your boy Stevie B with the second installment of my Budget Keys series. I hope you're enjoying them. I know I'm enjoying making them. Of course, the dog's going to start barking now. Let me pause this. Naturally, the dog starts barking right when I start filming. So we'll shut the door, get a little more quiet in here. But as I was saying, hope you guys are enjoying these Budget Key series. I know I really enjoy doing them. I think it's cool because I see a lot of videos. Everybody does, key book videos, but a lot of people are doing these key book videos where you just, they're keys that are, they're always going to be keys, but they're always also going to be out of the majority of us range. I'll never own an AF-15. I'm never going to own a Detective 27. I'm never going to own an Action Comics #1. We all know they're keys, and we all know they're always going to be keys. So I wanted to do something a little different to where we can find keys that, the average Joe can go out and actually pick up, that I feel are going to be, that are always going to be key books. No matter what, in spite of movie hype or television show hype or any other hype. And that's what my goal is for doing these little videos. Today, I know it's Monday, and usually this is a haul video day, but due to the holidays, the mail is, of course, running slow, and so I have not gotten my weekly Midtown haul yet, so it is close, so I should have it tomorrow, and we'll film another haul video, and I'll probably post that one tomorrow. But as for today, as you saw in the thumbnail, we were going to do an X-Men key, and this one is a little low-hanging fruit. I know this is one that everyone's probably very familiar with, and know the details behind it, but I wanted to get this one out of the way because I feel like it's an important key book that is really, really undervalued. And of course, with it comes controversy. But I'm talking about X-Men Annual 14. Yes, we all know about it. We all know the controversy behind it. It is listed as by CGC as a cameo appearance of Gambit, but we have another what you would call a Hulk 180 181 scenario here, but for different reasons. Now this one, there are people that will argue that this is a cameo, and their reason for it would be that chronologically, the big book that everybody is out and after, Uncanny X-Men 266, was chronologically written before this book. But this book came out nearly 1 month prior to Uncanny X-Men 266. It came out 3 weeks prior. I believe it came out in June. It came out in July, and then the Uncanny X-Men 266 came out in July, about a month later, like 19th or something. But anyway, when it's a little convoluted what they determine a first appearance. This one, a first appearance to me would imply that, or a cameo would imply that it's a brief one panel, maybe two snapshot of the character, but not really fully revealed yet. To me, would be what I would consider a cameo. This has 15 panels of Gambit, with more than 10 instances of dialogue, and one panel and a half with an interaction with Storm where she calls him Gambit, refers to him by name, and refers to him as a thief. So basically identifies him. And there is also a panel with him in costume as well as in an X-Men costume. So to me, that's as much a full appearance as anything you could ask for. Now, when it was written, when it was supposed to come out, and the chronological details behind it, I don't think changes the fact that it's still the first appearance. Now, will this book ever be up there with 266 in value? Probably not. Same with Hulk 181 and 180. 180 will never be the big book that everybody is after. Will never reach the pinnacle in value that 181 is. So you're asking, why would you consider this a forever key? Because, and like Hulk 180 and Hulk 181, people start to listen. They think, well, Hulk 180, it does show Wolverine in full form, calling himself Wolverine, So for my collection, I want to complete it. I'm covering all my bases. So people started going after 180, and gradually what happened was Hulk 180 started skyrocketing because it is a sought-after key now. And it is considered now, it would be considered a major key. And also what I would consider a forever key. Never not going to be a key. Excuse me. So, much the same can be said for this book. What's typically going to happen is everybody that has a 266 is going, well, there's a lot of people that are giving the argument that Annual 14 is a first appearance. Make a good argument. So now people are starting to go grab this book too. I would venture to bet that anyone that has a 266 also has an Annual 14. And I would also venture to bet that everybody that doesn't have a 266 probably picked up an Annual 14 because, like me, I don't have a 266. I got the Annual 14 because I can't afford a 266. And for my money, this is still the first appearance of Gambit. Excuse me. So, my theory on this is that, again, regardless of any kind of movie hype, which there's the Shannon Tatum hype for the Gambit movie, which is on again, off again, who knows. But one thing we can absolutely be 100% positive of is that Gambit will be in the MCU at some point. Now, my thought is that even though this will never be equal in value to 266, I feel that it's going to organically go up and up in value because people are going to want this book still because of the controversy, because they're like, well, I'm covering my bases. So people wonder, well, why isn't CGC list this book as a first full appearance? Why don't they list Hulk 180 as a first full appearance? Because the artists at Marvel and Marvel themselves recognize Hulk 180 as the first full appearance of Wolverine. So why won't they change it? Well, here's my theory on why it will not be changed. Can you imagine what would happen if CGC finally caved and said, okay, fine, we're going to start labeling all our graded Hulk 180s as the first full appearance of Wolverine? Can you just imagine the chaos that it would cause from collectors who've been sitting on that Hulk 181 as their grail for so long? it would cause an absolute meltdown within the collecting community. Same with this. Probably not as big. You can pick up a Uncanny X-Men 266 for around $250. A good clean near mint condition one. When I give prices, I'm talking raw prices. I don't deal in graded books. Graded 9.8 266 is probably going to be double that, or even triple. But my thought is that sorry, is that why would you go spend $600 on a modern book for a 9.8 when you can easily find a 9.8 candidate raw and pay $250 and then grade it yourself? I mean, that's for modern books. CGC grading just doesn't make any sense to me. But that's a whole nother story. What am I drinking today? Tangerine mango. But that's a whole nother video. Been there, done that. But I think that's probably going to be the reason why CGC will not recognize this as the first full appearance, because everybody that picked up the 266 and has been sitting on it, the price of that book would go. The price of Hulk 181 would go. And because CGC is the end all beat all for what comic books, what first appearances are. No matter who else says different, it's what that label says. So that's what would happen. Can you imagine? Just imagine, if you would, they come back and they said, okay, we're recognizing Annual 14 as going to be the first appearance of Gambit, first full appearance of Gambit. That's what we're going to put on our labels. And the price of Uncanny X-Men 266 just started plummeting, and this price started skyrocketing. People like me would just be happier than pigs and shit if that happened. We would laugh our asses off, because I got 2 copies of this thing. So bottom line is, again, will always be a key, no matter who recognizes it as a first appearance and who recognizes it as a cameo. It's always going to be a key book, and it's always going to go up, probably never down. For investment purposes, when that movie drops, when Gambit is introduced to the MCU, this book is going to skyrocket along with 266. It's going to skyrocket. So for flippers, this is a good low investment flip book, or spec book, however you want to say it. So how much are these things? Well, you can get a good near mint copy of these raw for about $50 or less. 266, like I said, it's going to run you about $250. So this one, to me, is in a way is a great investment, because it has way more room to grow than 266 does. It's a low cost investment with potential high ROI on it for the business minded people out there that are thinking, well, is this a good investment? I think the potential for a higher return on that book is greater for something like this than it is for a 266. I could be wrong. Like I said, 266 will always be the more valuable book, but this one will always be the cheaper book. And this one will go up quicker, I think, than the 266. So that is my pick this week for the budget key of the week. X-Men Annual 14. Go pick one up. I'm not telling you what to do. Don't call me an influencer. That's why I pick it up. I think it's a good, safe investment. for under $50. You can't go wrong. And I don't think you can possibly lose on this one. Great key to have. Great forever key. But anyway, that's going to do it. I'm going to quit running at the mouth. I know I'm starting to get dry throat, and I start going to do that. I start coughing a lot, and I hate that. But again, check it out. Go pick one up. You probably already got one. If you don't, now's a good time to buy. It's like I said, it's at a low right now. So pick one up. But that is going to do it for this one. Hope you're enjoying the videos. Let me know in the comments if you have one that you'd like to suggest. Love to hear it. Love to go over it, and we'll talk about it. But that's going to do it for this one. We will see you guys in the next one. Peace.